ever use it. Only being in a special occasions. The toy.
It's just chilling over there.
Late ill kid at on your so hold it down, bring it in Street Geek and Nerd Soul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of Loungin. That's right. We run down all kinds of stuff from news, Twitter, and all that fun stuff, and we just hash it out right here with you because that's how we get down. Now to my left, I have a wonderful, esteemed colleague.
I love this part.
Marqueeda LaStar.
Thank you. I worked very hard on my schedule to be here today.
Oh,
it's not often I get to speak to the people of the streets.
To the masses.
To the masses. I'm glad to be here today. Really, darling, it's fabulous, wonderful. Thank you for having me, NERDSoul.
Well, you're welcome. So, guys, this week we had tons of stuff going on. We got some top stories that you saw in the title, see it on the sidebar, the thumbnail, but we got some smaller stuff.
Yeah, smaller
we got some history being made this week. Coming today, we got some history being made. Male cheerleaders.
Right.
Which I was like,
Super Bowl Sunday.
I was like, what's the big deal? I was like, because I always knew about male cheerleaders in college.
Yeah,
so I just assumed that it had happened.
I had besties in high school. Pretty much we had a couple of guys who were cheerleaders, and they were all the homies and stuff like that. And guys wanted to be them because it was under girl skirts.
But see, like due to men always being in college cheerleading organizations, I guess, or cheer teams, I just assumed this would happen. So when they said they were like history, I was like, they've been doing this, and I was like, oh, I guess not.
Not in the NFL, not professionally.
I was like, they've been doing this.
Now on the big.
So now they
stage.
got to the two brothers. Also breaking another record, the first brothers to do it and the first men to do it.
I am so happy that it's us for a change because we was doing it like on the lower levels, why not on the bigger stage?
You know what I'm saying? So now
we out here.
Go up there, do your thing.
Did you hear though about people fussing like, well, why they got so much material on?
You know what? I'm not even into that, but I kind of want to see it just because they said it. Like I want them coming in that joint with like one of those like full body suit like Batman joints where it's just like you see like the nuts like just right there, and they're like go team, go and just right there.
Oh, when they do the high kicks, it's gonna be
just
gonna be
jiggling. But it's a family show.
Exactly.
But it would be funny. It would
be funny. I was like, well, mostly because
or they can wear those shorts, the MMA shorts. They're like biker short kind of thing, and no shirt. There you go. That'd be fair.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because it'd be kind of weird to have them tying something around their chest.
That'd be funny.
They don't got breasts.
I'm like, why?
The top serve a purpose because we say
because there's a lot of stuff flying around.
You got whole stuff in place. It actually serves a purpose.
Yeah. For men, it doesn't really serve a purpose. But I'd be down with like the MMA style shorts, and then you can
plus
just
we're
have
all trying to free the nipple. Yeah. I just think for ladies, it's not option.
No, don't free the nipple. Dudes can't take it. I'm telling you.
They really can't, though. They really can't.
No, look. Men are trying their hardest to just get through the work day with what y'all normally wear for work. All right?
And
y'all take a nipple out of there?
Exactly. And this is not even to say that your shirt is like on the edge like that.
Oh,
it could be a conservative shirt.
Yeah, and it could be a regular shirt and dudes still be like.
But don't have like the right size or shape that just suits someone's fancy.
All right. What's up, Doriel 214? Nice to see you up in the chat. So big shout out to those brothers.
Outside. Everybody should be here.
Yeah, everybody should be in here chilling. So we got that. They made some history, but we got some smaller stuff, and I know there's been the word. It's Sunday. The word has gone forth, and it went forth before today.
Right.
Past the DMX.
Exactly, and it's probably happening today because I looked this up, and he had started actually preaching in September.
Ooh, word.
I don't know if it's this year or last year because I don't know how long he's been in jail. But I was looking at this video and it said September. And I was like, so apparently turned himself to God, and he's gone to preaching, and he was explaining to his congregation how God had put on his heart, and he heard the call to preach the gospel of the Lord. So that's what he was doing.
That's what's up. Now, to DMX's credit, one thing that I've always loved about him is that he always seemed like super open, transparent, and real about his experience. Right. And if you've been to a DMX live show, you've seen him. He prays either before or after his set. You know, he'll literally stop the show and pray. So he's always had, you know, like a mind for God, a heart for God, all that. But in this video lately, he ain't saying I don't only worship the Lord, but if you cross the Lord, I'm a soldier in the army. All right?
He's taking that real literal.
Yo,
I remember the song about being a soldier in the army of the Lord when I was a little kid.
Soldier in the army of the Lord.
We did the little hand thing.
Yeah. But DMX said, look.
I don't think he was saying for anybody catching their hands over it.
But, he said he would F somebody up in the name of Jesus. You know what? Look, y'all keep on playing with Jesus. See what happens. You don't want DMX
to come down because he's face palming like constantly. He's like permanent red spot doing this.
Like see, I'm a Christian, so I'm pretty sure you probably watch the show. But if you're brand new, I'm a Christian. And there's been some times when people be like, "Oh, we need to pray for the nation, pray for the nation." I'm like, why? God gave us free will. God, like, what you asking me? Y'all made the government. Mm-hmm. You fix it. You made it. You made this government.
I do feel that.
You fix it.
I feel that.
You know, this is something you have control over. This is something you have control. But that's a whole other thing. But just letting you know, DMX is in them streets, going and sign up, give your life over. You know, he can give you a baptism. You know what I'm saying? Because it's DMX. So you can listen to an album and get baptized and get protected by the same
Christians and stuff by DMX. Like, people gonna be in there for like shenanigans. Like,
yo, I really, you know, Lisa would not have let this happen, but if he could have officiated our wedding. If he could have.
Oh my God, it'd be so hilarious.
Do you, Michael, take Lisa to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Where my guys at? Let's give it up. Oh my God. Oh man, I've been upset if I wasn't at that wedding.
I'd have been like, "This is the best wedding ever."
She's just upset.
She's like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Exactly. Like I'm close to saying I don't.
She's like, I'm this close, but we got all these people here, so I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna whoop you when we finish.
Right. He's like, "Hey, I'm so done with you."
Oh man. So you know that was nice this week. That was something kind of uplifting. I mean, it was, you know, gave us a smile.
Yeah, smile. You know, you're hoping that he's like on the right track and stuff like that. You know, we all know his past struggles. Yeah. So hopefully he's doing a lot better.
Yeah. So
and then there was the email with Duke, which I thought was like,
this is kind of a big deal, and this is an interesting look. I'll let you start it off because Lisa and I went back and forth on this one about how we felt. Okay. So go and tee it up for me.
So what happened was that the master
Arcatron in the house. What up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Pretty much a professor that was over their biostats department, the graduate level one, sent out an email informing Chinese students, particularly, that they need to speak English pretty much at all times, even in social situations. That 2 faculty members had approached her complaining about, you know, them being loud and speaking in Chinese and demanding names so they could know who to pass over on when it came to internships and other opportunities. Yeah. And this is all, you know, in the email.
And she sent this twice. She sent this once last year.
Yes. And this is
February.
And it didn't catch no heat. And so it went on. And so the tone was very much like white people trying to control you at all times. Like I pretty much correlate this to what white women do. And this just happened to be a white woman. Yeah. Where they like, you know, they call the police on us doing everyday stuff. They're threatening to. I felt like it's very threatening. Like, if you speak English outside of class, you can say goodbye to X, Y, and Z.
Now, see, I see it from another way. When I read the email, and I was like, my thing is, this sucks, but she's trying to protect the students from the real world.
That part. Now, I do think the threat is real.
I don't think she's the one that cares. I think she's seeing, they're coming in here, and because college is supposed to prepare you for the real, world, sort of. And she's seeing these probably white men coming in here and saying, I want to know who this is because I want to know who to pass over. And she knows I can't change the system, but what I can hopefully do is tell you guys, this is how you have to maneuver here because this is how white people are.
And I'm gonna say, Mike is giving her a lot of credit. Well, because I feel that's true.
She said it twice. She could have just let it go and not say nothing.
That's true. But I feel like in the same vein as like Permit Patty, that's why she jumped on and said that, because I feel like the language is the issue. I feel like she could have came out and said this in a different way, and we wouldn't have jumped and reacted this way to it. And just because they're systematic with trying to like govern what you do with your body, they prove that all the time. I think the reality, I agree. Because they demoted her. What about the dudes that's actually out there trying to stop these kids? And exactly, she the one that got in trouble for trying to protect them. There's no proof. That was another part. I said, sister, you never put anything in an email. Yeah, you never put it on somebody else's behalf unless you gonna say names. Yeah, and say, oh, well, I was doing this because of this people over there. No, you need to name these people over here when you sent the email out. So she put herself in harm's way for somebody else. Well, and I feel like what she's pointing out, I feel like that's real. Oh, it's definitely real. I feel like that's real. If somebody's gonna pass up on you because they didn't like the fact you were speaking Chinese in the hallway, like that you spoke Spanish or Chinese or whether or not she cares, because she could feel the same way and use it as a smoke mirror. When have they not used that kind of smoke mirror? Kind of like I'm helping. True, I'm only doing it because I care. I'm like, so to me, I'm not convinced that that's where it's from. And so of course she would be consistent if it bugs her, because they get mad about you do, like they're outside. Good point. Living, because we don't really know for real. Exactly, we don't know if someone else said something. If she could have been the good Samaritan, like, let me tell you what's up. Or she could have been a part of the problem. See, because when I read it, I saw it as, look, this is something that I can't stop. These professors above me, and it's multiple, and that can just be, and I can't stop it. But that could be, so you know what? Now I'm on both sides of the fence. Where I think it could be either or. But I do think it's messed up that she's the only one that got a demotion. I'm like, what about these dudes that's actually doing this? They got her email with her name on it and everything like that. It's a cut and play. It might have been a thing. I think, all right, white people, bring it in. White people watch the show every time. They tune in. You know what I'm saying? Of course, on the low. We just don't get, they lurking, but we don't give y'all our secrets because y'all take too many. But check it. Listen to this part. If you want to help, don't put it in writing like this, because if you ain't naming names, then what you need to do is write an email to the dean of the school, outline those names of people, and see if hopefully you can get something rolling on fighting back against them. Now keep that email. All right. Once you keep that email, because what they're going to do is fire you. All right. They're going to fire you. I'm like, they're going to fire you because you're coming up against a white power structure and you're a white person. They're going to see you as a traitor. So they're going to fire you. But when they fire you, you have this email to give to your lawyer to sue them and put public pressure on Duke. Duke already got in trouble for them lacrosse players. We ain't forgot. So, we know how Duke get down. So I'm trying to help you. Now, at the same time, when you tell Chinese students, keep on the low. Have like a little event. Be like, I'm having a Chinese pizza party or something. If she really cared, that would have been like let me go outside. Yep. Let me tell the Chinese folks on a sneak tip. Right. Are they actually outside being loud? Let me slide up like, hey, see those professors over there? They don't like you. They don't like you. Just lower the volume down. And like Kid Rock. Like if you really care, I feel like there's like 10, if it's a care, I don't want the system of Duke to catch you up. Because the system of Duke is literally the system of America. So when you leave Duke and you go out into America, people are going to think the same thing. They're going to think that thing on a job or in the store or whatever. They're going to be like, look at these Chinese people speaking Chinese, speak American. And that's real. People come at the blue like, we've seen so many videos
Who was that dude in New York that was like the lady speaking Spanish?
Right.
He was like, I'm gonna call ICE. First thing, what's ICE number? Tell me right now.
Right. What is it?
Was it 511? I don't know.
Right. And so I think plus let's people try to make this is America. They should be speaking English. I was like, they have to do it if that's the case. In their jobs, professionally.
Yeah, but if you're hanging out with friends.
If you're hanging out with friends, you speak whatever language you like.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to speep Pidgin, which some of my friends are very good at, do that. Pig Latin.
Yeah, I mean, with your friends.
With your friends, do that. But definitely that situation of someone coming uninvited into your group because you're going on having a good time and talking the way you do, definitely have had that happen. Where people walk up to you and they want to like police your language. Yeah. And you're like, where the hell did you come from? Like, we're outside.
And I mean, she has a valid reason for telling like, yo, like, do your thing, but just be aware when you're in these places, people are watching you and they're watching you with negative intent.
And that goes back to like, I think free will too. Like, if you know you need to be practicing your English, like people don't like to. So the flip side of this is the argument being made by what I think are secretly probably bigoted people.
Yeah, racist people. You should be practicing your English. Trust me, they're practicing enough.
Exactly.
They're reading and stuff, like, and I don't know, watching TV. I don't know.
In a different situation where you are like on the job, and we were having this conversation, I'd probably be in a different camp. Because if I feel like if I walk into
on the job is different.
On the job, and you can't manage at least English, like I do agree that Americans should have more than one language, but at the same time, it makes no sense to come here and not know English. Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of people.
Because this is the dominant language.
Right.
And to give the Republicans their credit, when you go to France, they do not expect to speak English in France. You better because Republicans are the ones that are like, you need to speak American in America. And it's like American isn't a language, stupid. But anyway, but when you go to China, trust me, they don't expect to be able to speak English because they're like, we're in China, we speak Chinese or Mandarin or whatever. Or if you're in France, they're like,
but I don't think anybody's rolling by you on the street like talking about, hey, why ain't you speaking French?
Speaking English, though.
But in a professional setting, the expectation is different. Yeah. But this doesn't apply there. So people love to goalpost move. Like I saw all kinds of weird ass arguments in the comments where people just coming from just full on left field with
what does this have to do with anything?
Exactly. And they do that all the time. But the main thing is if they're in a social situation, you shouldn't be policing them enjoying themselves. It really doesn't make any sense. And all you do is look bigoted by doing so. Yeah. Even if your intention was good. We all talk about impact versus intent. Impact wins every time. It's all about how it hits the person.
Now, once it comes out the wash, if the intent is good, then we can be like, you know what? Hey, it's all fair. We're cool. I'm not mad at you no more. You ain't mad at me. But still, the impact still exists. Well, I mean, my thing is this: if your intent is good, and we find out that your intent is
stuff with like good intent.
I know the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I know, but I'd rather have someone who's really actually trying than someone who's like definitely out to get you. You know what I'm saying? But
at least you know where they stand. Though.
Like true. But white people, I tune out. No more for the day. Y'all done. No more for the day.
Yeah, but don't send out those emails. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
That should have been a verbal conversation. But if you have the right intent.
Oh, Goldman Vision. Sorry you can't stay around, but nice to see you. Great to see you. I can't wait to see what you got next coming on your show. I like the format, the vertical stuff. I'm interested to see where you go with that. Also, big shout out to Architron from before. Chris Smith is in the house.
He said DMX is going to start having praise dancers on stage. I'm here for it.
I really want to see what it's like.
What's the next one?
Up in here.
Ooh, I got some praise dancers up in here.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Praising God up in here.
Ooh, boy. All right. Also this week we had some black man beef, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Terry Crews, actor, you know him from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know him from White Chicks, you know him from Friday, you know him, tons of stuff. Dude, super funny. The what's the commercials for the body wash and stuff? Old Spice. Dude's been on everything. Super funny, right?
Oh my goodness, Old Spice have these commercials.
They still got them where it's like, yo, y'all doing it.
They just inventing themselves.
Yo,
I buy my father Old Spice because of those commercials. Like, I can't use it, but
it's still
I buy somebody it.
So Terry Crews last year came out talking about, being sexually harassed or sexually assaulted by a man at an event, right? Party or something like that. And since due to his size, his stature, a lot of heat came from him. They were like, why didn't you beat him up? Why didn't you smack him or something like that? So it kind of died down from there, and it's been over essentially.
Well,
I mean, not over because they went to court. They had proceedings and stuff.
He took him to court and stuff like that. But even before the DL Hughley thing, he did some kind of interview. Okay. That kicked up just a few weeks before the DL Hughley thing. And maybe DL came in real late because he seemed like that type of dude, like not to really keep up with stuff.
But he's on the news all the time. He's always talking about like news and stuff like that. So I assume he knew about it.
Want to be relevant. He really do, because he's always interviewing.
We're gonna talk about that tweet. I wish I knew the person that tweeted it. I retweeted it, but I cannot remember their name. I'm sorry, but we'll get to the tweet.
But pretty much. He's been having to defend himself because literally I was just talking about this with somebody online because I posted something. I'm like, he should be exhausted by now because every couple of weeks he's popping up with this person coming up. And if it's like who the other guy, there's another guy, I don't even want to say his name. I can't remember it right at that time, but he thinks he's just so smart. And he's like dying from hotep-itis. Oh. He's always got something to say about how you should
always get you.
It's like you living your life, and I'm like, I hope your life is as successful and glamorous as you're pretending it is, because you're always reading people for filth.
Hold up, is it the brother that's making the school? Is it that brother? No. Oh,
Why is there more than one of them? I mean,
there's so many hotels out there.
There's so many.
And they're getting money too. At least we assume they're getting money.
We assume they are. Because the other one that's supposed to build the school ain't built it yet. And what?
I don't know where that money went.
Right. Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Durant?
I don't know.
The basketball player.
Yeah.
He just opened another after school kind of thing where, we still waiting on old dude with the school. I was like, y'all keep sitting there doing your money. But that's another topic.
It's a great concept, but I'm just saying.
But yeah, so he's under attack. Like lately he's been attacked. Like every time I see a story now, it's
about that.
About that with him. And mostly him coming out and saying, black women supported me when other people were not. Especially black men. I'm like, then he says that, and what these toxic dudes do, prove his point over and over again.
When he came out, I thought it was a good thing because I was like, you know what? Because they even people that study, sexual harassment, molestation, assault, all that, they say men underreport at greater numbers. And I was like, Terry Crews, this will open up the door. Other men will.
All it did was underline why men don't come out.
It just made it worse.
It just made it just like, and I feel like a lot of these toxic, problematic dudes online are taking it as some personal offense, and it's or attack on their manhood that he didn't use his big ass, and it's stature.
You got to remember the mindset that you're in. If you're at a party and you're just chilling and hanging with your wife, you're not, because you're like, did he just grab my what? Because the way the story is told, I believe he grabbed him and kept moving. Mm-hmm. Like they took a picture, he grabbed him and kept moving or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like, did he just? And then his wife is like, "Baby, don't." And he's just like, "What the?" You know what I'm saying? Right. So now you're half in shock because you're like, "Did this dude just grab him?"
And then people forget because Terry Crews has revealed he was molested as a child. And so that could be triggering.
Yeah.
You could freeze all the way up.
So between shock, did he just do what I think he did? Then also, like he said, a black man in America and a little white man. How is this gonna come out in the wash? How's this? Let's be honest.
They was up. You
right.
swing on this dude for a career. No, I wasn't trying to be in jail.
All right. All right, black men, let's come together. Let's be honest.
Huddle up.
Huddle up, black man. Come on, black man, come on in. Marqueeda, black man. Let's be honest. You're at an event, a nice little, gala where they got, suits and ties and everything, and you haul off to hit some white man from what other people on looking seem like no reason. All right. You just haul off and hit them. Keep hitting them. Where you going to end up? Where you going to end up at the end of that night?
They can see the reason.
Where you going to be?
You still be in trouble.
Your butt going to be in jail. Then, of course, because it's your word against him, because he didn't say, hey, everybody, I'm about to grab this guy's penis. No, all right? He was like, on the sneak tip. So now it's your word against his. But everybody saw you beating him up. So now you in jail. But I guess you got
you got like an uphill battle.
Yeah, a legal battle for your freedom.
For your freedom online. And I was like, nah, it wasn't just his career.
He was trying
battle.
His battle is in court. He's taking this dude to court. He's also put other people on blast, like the dude that said that he couldn't be in the next Expendables. Because when he said a producer from the Expendables, there ain't but so many producers,
right?
Like, so he's like,
Max Evans is like, say his name. We ain't saying shit.
That's why I don't even deal with Max.
Max and your typical toxic behavior talking about he's apologizing for who? Who's apologizing for?
Yeah.
Who?
Anyway, don't worry about Max. Brittany, welcome. Hello, Brittany. Nice to see you. Your sunshiny face this morning. Ooh. But back to DL Hughley. DL Hughley says, "Hey, it's time for me to take my shot at him." And he's like, "Why you ain't smack him or something? Or why you ain't hit him?" And he's like, "Dude, we're adults now. This is not. You shouldn't."
And he tried.
Somebody should be the very last.
He was so super respectful. He was like, and then people are like, "Oh, Terry Crews threatened." No, he said, sir.
He said, if this is how you want me to respond, should I do that to you?
Pretty much. That was what he was saying.
And DL left it at that one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think DL knew, all right, I'm about to lose this job.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody was like, where the response at? Where the response at? And I feel like if DL is as smart as he likes to think he is, let it go.
Let it go. Now,
because I thought he was. I saw his show. I saw the last stand up he had on Netflix. I liked it.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. And again,
you won't wear no socks. You know what I'm saying? When you get rich, stop wearing socks.
What is with that?
I don't know, man. I hate dudes that don't wear socks. Why are you not wearing socks? You gotta protect the inside of your shoes, man. It's like sweat contributing and coagulating.
Okay, it's not my pet peeve like mine. But I still think, I don't like body odors, and I just feel like your feet are going. I was like, because when I was younger, when I saw people do that, I was like, dude, does their feet not sweat and smell if they do that? So I thought like there was something up with my feet, and it just turns out no, their feet totally smell.
Their feet
and they just take off, and then they're just like, oh, my feet smell because I don't wear socks. And I'm like, here's a thought. Wear socks.
Wear some socks. Just wear some socks.
Amazing.
Hashtag not sponsored by Haynes and or Fruit of the Loom or whoever else makes socks.
You can go downtown and get them like 10 for 10. I don't care. Wear some socks.
Have some fabric between your pinky toe and the shoe. All right? Please.
Right. So I just like, I can't understand that. They're like, no, I don't want to take off my shoes because my feet smell really bad. I'm like, oh, you got like athlete's feet or something like that. You know, I'm understanding.
Just a little baby powder on it.
I'm that cool person. Like, hey, we got things going on. And they're like, oh no, it's just because I don't wear socks. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't. Now you're on my shit.
Is it hot outside or something? I mean, why are you not wearing socks?
I don't even know why not.
What is going on in these streets? Why are you not wearing socks?
Okay.
All right. So with that said, they went back and forth. Ted Cruz seems to have won, but once again, he's being dragged back into why didn't you hit this guy? And I think he's expressed himself extremely well. When he was in front of Congress, I think he expressed himself well.
He's expressed himself
he alluded to the Black Lives Matter movement and look at me. I'm big and black. We've literally heard Ben Stein on news when he was talking about Eric Garner saying his bigness and his blackness.
Mm-hmm.
So Terry Crews, do you think they would have been kind to him when they took him into jail?
And so, and we always complain about black celebrities forgetting that they're black, and then it's literally you're doomed if you do, doomed if you don't.
Yeah.
Here's a black dude who remembers he's black.
Yep.
That the system is going to treat him as such, especially since he's a big black dude.
Yeah.
Any other situation, y'all be like, well, of course he wouldn't do that because he's a big black dude. They're gonna take him out.
Yep.
All right.
Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you should have beat him up. It's like
I would risk it all. Okay, that's you, and you probably don't got nothing to lose either.
Yeah,
you can't be taking advice from people who ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, Terry Crews got like 4 kids.
Exactly.
Look, Terry Crews needs to keep making money.
I'm not trying to have my kids on the street. It's like I would not want my father.
I'm going to
go to jail to like prove a point.
Nah.
No, nobody wants that.
I want Terry Crews to take these white people down how they take us down in court.
Right.
Take that man to court.
He's been very successful. He's done what he's supposed to do. And it may not even be enough for him, but that's the system and the society we live in. I'm not even saying it's adequate, but it's all something our justice system can offer, unfortunately. And it shortchanges us often. We all know
very
that.
Often.
Putting that on him is not the right. That's not where the fault should be, put. But these trifling people online.
You know how people online swear they got all the answers. You
don't
have all the answers. Twitter, all right? You don't have all the answers.
You don't have like a hat with a cat in it.
Yo, Kanye boy. Kanye said you don't have all the answers to it.
I was housewaying it forever.
Yeah. Houseway. See, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the
internet, look, stop.
You have your bad moments, you have your glorious moments.
It's how you do. So, guys, once again, we want to say thank you for watching us. We're going to hit that thumbs up. Share this to your folks. Share this to your people. Make sure you subscribe. All that good stuff. Now, you can hit thumbs down. But if you hit that thumbs down, send DL Hughley after you. And he be throwing that hat like Luke K, like Kung Lao up in this joint. All right, I'm just saying.
Dude,
that hat is serious. I'm just saying.
He don't go nowhere with that
Watch
hat.
The hat. I'm like, where did he get this hat from? He's like a Mormon or something. What's going on? Anyway, look, slide that to the side. This week we had a little victory on the government side.
Oh,
baby victory.
Oh my goodness, the big
baby victory.
Now some people are speculating that it has something to do with like Super Bowl Sunday.
Ooh.
So there's a lot of theories why Trump caved for a 3-week reopening of the government. We're hoping it's going to be avoidable, but he's predicting that it won't be avoidable and it's going to shut down again. I was like, dude, why don't you just walk away from? But he is backtracking the wall.
Yeah. Well, see, now he's conflating the wall with like border security.
Right.
And now it's like, well, see, border security's never been an issue. The issue is a wall that could essentially be a 25 to 30-year project. It's going to be billions of dollars. That is not going to stop anything.
Yes, it's not going to be effective.
They're not even walking over the border.
You're right.
Like they're coming on the plane, they're coming on the boat, they're going under the ground.
Real old girl, the minority House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, yeah. Her whack self, but that's on one of those stories.
She has her moments.
Whacked, but she
has her moments. Like,
she got her moments, but she whacked, but she got.
Okay. My thing is, in this instance, with this situation,
she's good.
I'm 100% on what she's doing because even when they try to, put her on like put her in the hot seat, a reporter tried to put her like, why can't you just like cave into the wall more or less? What he's asking. Like, what have you done to negotiate? Why aren't you negotiating? That was her question.
You don't need to negotiate. There's no negotiating.
And she's like,
we have on the wall.
He just walked out. Mm-hmm. That was like the second negotiations. And then the first one, he was like, they were offering things like they'll put up more fencing. What they really need is they need to hire more people and they need to get more technology down there to scan the cars. They say most people who enter the country illegally, most of these drugs, the things you're trying to keep out of the country, they don't go through the desert. They actually go through the ports of entry. Yeah, and they smuggle them in. They've got all these.
They're coming in on a boat or in a plane, or they're driving through the actual border.
Exactly, they're coming through the actual
just
border.
regular.
And so they want to modernize the technology to help scan because you have so many vehicles, and it's more like you like randomly pick at random.
Yeah, well, they just need a big version of that airplane thing when you go in the airport and you standing there and the little thing goes
right.
That's what they need. They need a big car version.
They said the research, you know
how much that would cost?
She was like, and she literally used the word, I think, and I was very appreciative. She was like, evidence-based. They want to do security based on the evidence.
Not based on your racism.
Right.
On a wall that's not going to stop anybody.
It's just a huge waste of money that could be better spent just about anywhere else in the country.
Thank you.
And
look, remember, people in Flint still don't have clean water.
Thank you.
But we want billions of dollars for a wall that ain't going to stop nobody.
Now, they just actually got a black company to start doing the work on that. So that's
all right,
good.
cool. All right.
So they are making some progress now. But it has taken like, how many years?
Flint started in what, like 15?
Yeah,
14.
Like I think it's 2014.
So you're talking
about... And they're
about,
just now getting a contractor
now
to look into it.
That's a state of emergency.
That's a state of emergency.
People ain't got water to drink or bathe themselves in.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know why nobody
but apparently
that.
Rapists that are also murderers, that are taking our jobs, but also lazy, are coming to the country and we gotta stop. And they're gang members too. They're also gang members. The MS-13.
I was like, y'all need to pick one.
Yo, I really wish somebody from MS-13 would like do a live stream, like, yo, look, we're really not that big. We're really not that big a gang. I mean, we're big, but we're not. I mean, come on.
I was like, I think I need to focus on the cartels. I'm just saying.
I mean, we're big, but no, come on.
MS-13.
I know, but I would just like them to be like, dude, it's not like that. Like, I mean, we're a gang,
wish it wasn't like
I know,
that.
but I'm just saying, it would just be nice to be like, dude, like, I mean, yes, I mean, we kill people, but I mean, come on.
Imagine there's like a bald dude with the tattoos, and then he's got like that sweater tied around him, but he doesn't have on a shirt. He's got the preppy sweater. He's like, and he has glasses.
Oh, the glasses. Always have
glasses. He's like, look, guys, we've been in this a lot. You've been using us as a scapegoat, and I just want to take time to explain to you what MS-13 is really about. Walk with me.
people actually join them after. Like whoa.
It's like it wasn't like that. Like you just pumping them up for no reason. But that was silly.
So the people are back to work for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks.
And then we're gonna go back. But he said this time. No, this time he means business. So the next time they come, if there's no wall, he's shutting down again. And I feel like he lied.
Exactly. And there's people supporting him still with this. I mean,
but it was funny to see like Ann Coulter and being like, I don't roll with you no more, son. You weak. It was fun because I'm like, yo, look at the Republican Party eating themselves. Like, because you got like Ann Coulter. I was like, what? Ann Coulter is mad at Trump? Really?
I never believe her BS.
Yeah, but she's wherever the wind blows.
Exactly.
Wherever the wind blows.
Okay, where can I make the most money? Okay. Yeah, and I'm not saying her shit doesn't do damage. It's just
it does.
I totally don't believe she believes that shit. She's just about making money.
Yeah, she about making that cheap.
Exactly.
So anyone who works in the government or anyone who is a government contractor, because that number is actually higher than 800,000.
Right.
Look, guys,
our hearts go out to you.
Our hearts go out to you because what your jobs are important. What you do is important. Unfortunately, we have to ride through what is a very, very hard lesson for us as a nation to learn. I'll say that. I think that's the best way to say it without us going into who this man is and what he's done. But we all learning a lesson. Because regardless of what your politics is, people ain't making money.
Right.
And that means that this money is now not inside of the American economy.
Exactly.
The economy
So the economy
is slow.
That I think the number was like around like double digits billions, and then they said 3 billion of it we would never recover. So the government, the economy,
because you're talking about tons of money that is now not in the system that would normally be in the system.
Right. It's
all because of a hard lesson we're learning. I'll just leave it at that. Right. But we shall see what happens in 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks from now. Because I think it's been about 2 weeks. Hopefully cooler heads and smarter people will prevail. But it just seems like dumbness is winning out there in the street show.
This whole like Democrats are being unreasonable. Unreasonable how? Because they want you to use. And what kills me is people who are claiming to be Republicans aren't even sticking to their own game. Like if you were being a Republican that you were being just 2 years ago, you'd be happy at the idea of saying, "Hey, there are cheaper, better ways to do border security." Because
they love being fiscally responsible until it comes to being racist, right? Or going to war.
I was like, "Where's all this financial concern?"
When it comes to being racist or going to war, the check is blank, bro.
Exactly.
Do whatever you want.
And I'm just like, what happened to that? I thought that was supposed to be part of y'all whole platform.
Yeah, fiscally responsible.
Now you're like, oh man, we're being hateful and racist. Oh, money.
We need this.
Money. It's like it makes no sense. It's going to cause more problems than it's worth.
Yeah, it's, there's definitely there's a lot going on right now.
Exactly, because that's the only reason. Like, and then like this whole like pump up with deportations. They keep they're deporting more and more people who are American citizens born and raised. The last person they deported that was actually a veteran. And he was suffering from post-traumatic stress, and they almost deported him. Didn't get quite that far. Another guy, he was a black guy. He's suing them because he was detained for I forget how long.
Wow.
He's telling them that he's a citizen, and like on his file, like they said, like one of the first few pages is like his birth certificate that says he was born like in Michigan. And they're gonna like deport him, I think, to Haiti. And then they teased him the whole time because they knew, like the people in the jail knew. And then he gets out. I'm like, sue those mother, for every mother mofos for all they were.
All that.
I was just like, this is pure like fear mongering, stirring the pot. Got people trying to pit people against each other
for nothing.
It's for power grab. It's for control.
But
I mean, I don't know. I was like, you just need to pick up a history book. Like the play is like textbook.
Yeah, it's super textbook. Yeah. Big shout out to the chat. Alan Lewis in the house. Nice to see you. But we have probably what I would say is maybe our biggest story of the week. With all right, so I'll tee it up.
Okay.
All right, so if you've been watching Fox over the last couple of years, there's a show that hit and made a big splash, and that show is called Empire. On the show,
oh my God, how did I forget that?
On the show, you got Taraji P, you got your boy Terrence Howard, you have Jussie Smollett, and you have I don't know, the little boy, the one they always get in trouble. But anyway, the point is, Jussie Smollett this week we love all y'all. We love all y'all.
I can't remember his name.
Amen.
Amen.
But you always get in trouble.
Right.
But Jussie Smollett was like, yo, I'm chilling.
So you're saying, speaking of racism.
Speaking of racism and just speaking of like evil. This is evil in general.
I have so many problems with this story. Like the way it's being reported. Allegedly, it's a supposed hate crime.
Dude, it don't get no more hater.
Bleach.
Yeah.
Like historical things used against black people.
It don't get no more hate crime than this.
And then some people, the logic I saw people trying to explain away, well, just because they were using slurs, no, they're using racial
and
homophobic slurs.
Thank you.
Specifically. Like, this is clear that it's about him being black and gay.
Yeah,
while they're attacking him.
This is a slam dunk.
It's like
we're in a time.
The noose around his neck. It's a wrap. Who the fuck carries a noose around if they weren't out there with a mission?
we're in a time where you can have all the facts laid out, and people will try to like rephrase,
finesse.
So he was going to Subway at 2 a.m. People have called him out for that. Straight up, I've gone to Subway at 2 a.m. My wife loves Subway. I go to Subway whenever I want. Why? Because I'm an American citizen. And because they're open. They're open 24 hours, right? Apparently, he ain't the only one buying subs at 2 a.m.
Doo-doo, but if I felt like going, that's my prerogative.
They are trash on the main tip, because the Subway club is not a club. Why do you have to add bacon to a club sandwich when club sandwiches is known for having bacon? But Subway, I'm not going to go there with you. Look, how about this? Sponsor the show, add bacon to your sandwiches, and it will be cool. All right, so we're going to get out of this. Just holler at me and fit your sandwiches. Now, slide that. People go to Subway in the middle of the night. Ain't no big deal. So I don't want to hear them. Yeah, you can eat whatever you want. Why are you eating? Why are you going to Subway at 2 a.m?
Why not?
I don't care if he wanted to, I don't know, take a lap around the block for his health at 2 a.m. He should be able to do it because he's an American citizen.
And we live in a free country.
Thank you. He minds his business. Ain't nobody bothering.
You could be visiting for another country and you should be able to do that.
Yeah, you should be able to be like, hey, I'm hungry. I want to sub.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then they're like, oh, well, you know, he left the noose around his neck. Yes, because he wanted people to see the horror. Just like with Emmett Till. She wanted people to see the horror. And what makes this so bad is that, and I said this to my wife, I said, how long you think it's going to be before Black people start forgiving folks? And I wouldn't be, it was the next morning before I saw Lucius lying on TV talking about they're ignorant. They don't know what they do. We have to forgive, but not forget. Look, Terrence Howard, shut your dumb self up. All right, really Black people are done forgiving folks. If you so rich you forgot you Black,
to be forgiven.
Look, if you so rich you forgot you Black, that's cool. Say that, but we ain't forgiving none of this mess. You come for any of my brothers or my sisters, put a noose on them, I'm getting straight conservative on you. Death penalty, straight up. We ain't got no time for that in our society. I don't got no time for you putting nooses on people's neck, throwing bleach on them. I ain't got time for it. And I'm not going to apologize. That's what you deserve. You stalked somebody, planned to attack them, bought the bleach, bought the noose, or the rope to make the noose. All these points where you could have said, hey, you know what? We're doing something pretty bad. You all this time, but you said, let's buy the bleach. Nobody stopped you. Let's buy the rope. Nobody stopped you. Let's tie the noose. Nobody stopped you. Let's put on masks. Nobody stopped you. All these moments, you are a garbage person. You have no point, purpose, or possibility of changing in this society. All right, you exhibited the hate that you believe in, and you acted it out. I ain't got no time for you, and I'm not forgiving nobody. We ain't look for 2019. Black people ain't forgiving no more. All right, so that you on your own, Terrence Howard. You whack for that. You whack.
You need to talk to your people in the chat, though.
Oh, right. Who? Max? I ain't talking to Max. We ain't dealing with Max.
He's not alone, unfortunately.
Oh, I know he ain't alone. But all right, so. Zatanna in the house. We'll say Zatanna. We'll pick up Zatanna. What's up with Zatanna?
She says that she's saying the story sounds like it could be fabricated.
Okay.
Either diligent racists did it, and the police are covering it up, or I completely misread Jussie's personality. I can't imagine him lying about this. I don't know him. I see. My whole problem is the fabricated part.
Yeah, this is.
I like. To me, we know this country and what it does to us. Yeah. This is not like uncommon. People act like this doesn't happen. This has happened
last year before.
Right. Let's and so I don't understand the jump to it could be fabricated because it's very real.
Because it's been ingrained in us to hate ourselves.
I feel like this is like self-hatred where you are ignoring stuff that we know happened. Like you need to prove to me it's fabricated. Yeah. Because I know this stuff happens. So give me the proof that it's fabricated first. I'm giving the brother the benefit of the doubt because this happens. This is what we go through.
Here's my question to all the people that say it's fabricated.
Or think it's fabricated.
Oh yeah. When
I was like, if he lied about this, it'd be huge. Yeah. And then Max is saying there's holes in the story. How? Yeah. I have not read one story where he said he's not cooperating with authority.
That's a Max thing. There's holes in the story. What holes? And then
what holes?
Yeah, and then there's the.
Because I read several articles in here, and I have not heard anything about him not. Now, what he did about turning down security, I mean, you think it's a personal decision? Yeah, I think he's one of those stars that doesn't realize they're as big as they are. They are, right? And he's like, oh, I can just run to the store, right? You know what I'm saying? And here's my thing: when people and some people are pathological liars. There are pathological liars. I don't want to get into that because I don't know. We don't know. Well, what I'm saying is this: when you lie,
there's usually something you want. There's something to gain. What does he have to gain? He's a star. He's famous. He's got a music career going and an acting career. What does he have to gain?
What does he have to gain?
It's not like he needs goodwill. People already like him because he's a good guy. I've never seen him in any trouble or anything. So
I don't know. I don't understand the jump to it could be fabricated. How, Sway?
Why? Why? What does he have to gain?
I feel like I wish I would do the mental
gymnastics
to work out why they would fabricate it before they put out, because it is insulting to say somebody coming out with a story like that. One that we know happens. It's lying.
It's not like this has never happened.
I'm not saying not to question if it came out and there were like a ton of holes, but people being randomly, even famously attacked. Act like that's just so out there. Like
famous people are stalked and attacked. Taylor Swift's was it her condo or something was just like vandalized or something? Like, and also the dude that was like slipping his hand up her dress or whatever and touching her butt. So that happens even to Taylor Swift, the most whitest of the whitey stars out there.
Even like Chris Brown had somebody break into his place.
Thank you. So
I was just
rich people have stalkers. So add racism to stalker.
And we know that black people do get randomly beat up by it. We forget about the dude who got had the news and got dragged in Texas those years ago. And I hate to say this because this is no diss to Jussie. The good thing about this is that he's famous and they'll probably find these guys. Right.
They're
saying, I think they're saying they're having problems with the police not taking it seriously.
Yeah. And you want to know why they're not taking it seriously?
Because y'all here doubting people left and right.
Because it's like you can't even, like, the sheer idea that somebody would make this up at this level. Right. Yes, people do lie. People do lie about this. But what does he have to gain? What does he have to gain?
He had a show last night.
What does he have to gain? Really? What does he gain by lying about this? Say he didn't lie about this. This didn't happen. Does his world change? Does his life change? No, he still has an empire. Still has his musical career. Still has, like, what does he gain from lying about this? What goodwill does he build? What situation does he sidestep? What does he make people forget about? Nothing. He doesn't have anything going on.
We got plenty of racist stuff happening in the country.
All right. So you got right now. We just
make something up.
Yeah. Right? Let's not act like the travel ban didn't just get knocked down like last year.
And
now they got the transgender. Yeah. Now we got the transgender mess. Now we got there's tons of stuff. We got the mess. We shut down a country financially for weeks because of racism about Mexicans. And y'all can't believe that racists would attack a black person, which is essentially and historically the most attacked person in American soil since America has been started. But there has to be some hole in the story. It has to be, like, really? Really?
That one.
Man,
I feel like we definitely failing one another with that one.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. He had visual scars last night when he performed and stuff, and he cleared up some things. He said he actually wasn't hospitalized. He went to the doctor. He hasn't fully healed yet, but he's saying he's going to stand strong with all of the crowd. So, he's still working through it. So he did speak to the crowd just to clarify some of the facts around it, because that's another part. It's like there's what he said, and then there's what the media said being reported. You know, they're talking to other people because he did take a while before he did a statement, and you need time when that happens. I was like, you're not gonna jump out there instantly. I would have felt that might have been suspect if the very next day he's out like, I need to talk about it. He's not
fight the power
exactly like that. No, he took a few days.
He was assaulted.
He was assaulted. He shook up. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes we're a little too harsh on each other, and we need to have that compassion first. I don't see the holes. I don't see how this is a fabricated thing. I don't know how that could even that never even passed my mind. But hey, y'all guys got different perspectives out there. I can't see how this could be remotely that's the case, and that the FBI and the Chicago Police Department are investigating it. So I mean, if Brother Man was to do any of that, I felt it would come out real quick.
Yeah.
That's a lot. To pour bleach on yourself, to put a noose around your neck, and inflict wounds or scratches or whatever.
So let's flip it. Let's go with the logic of your idea. So Jussie Smollett sitting around, and he's like, man, you know what? Got this great career going. I'm performing music.
And there's just
I got
not enough
TV.
racism in the world.
You know what? Man, I gotta drum up something. I need more people to pay me attention. Mm-hmm. People already like me, but you know what? I need some more. I need that sympathy vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got sold out shows.
I got sold out shows and stuff, but you know what? Maybe I should beat myself up, pour bleach on myself, put a noose around my neck, and then I guess like lay in the street and wait for somebody to find me. That sounds like a good idea.
It's snowing. It's Chicago.
And the polar vortex in Chicago. So it's like
it's not it was right before the polar. Right before.
So it's still cold.
It's still cold because Chicago cold by itself is legendary. So he's out in legendary 2 a.m. Chicago winter cold, faking, fabricating.
Instead of running to get a sandwich real quick, which is what people normally do.
I was like, but that makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
That makes more sense
to all of us.
All right.
Woo.
I was like,
Black people. You see?
My people. But okay. Now, of course that makes more sense.
Now I do have to take somebody to task real quick with Vibe Magazine. Vibe Magazine, I sent you that tweet where they were like straight black men have been silent on the Jussie Smollett thing, and it's problematic or something like that.
Oh yes.
All right.
Yes.
Vibe. Black men that are straight have not been silent on this, on Twitter or on social media at all. You haven't done any research or looked. What you did is you wrote an article with a headline to get clicks.
Pretty much.
Now, there is tons of debate back and forth, especially with Black manhood, about homosexuality. Yes, there is. You best to believe there is. But this is not a situation where Black straight men were silent. I want to give a shout out to Brandon Easton, which is the first person I saw tweeting about it that put me onto it. Jeffrey Thorne has been tweeting about it. I saw Hannibal talk about it. I've seen people just in my circle. So if people in my circle were talking about it, and I don't think I have the most enlightened timeline. It's a regular timeline. So I'm sure other people were tweeting about it in their timeline. So I'm gonna go in and say that these are the only 3 straight Black men.
Dislocating your shoulder with that one.
So Vibe Magazine and Black people in general that are straight or queer, stop writing these articles to I guess blame both sides for some dumb stuff. Now is not the time. This ain't the time. There was a can't think of his name, but comedian that was like, what you doing at 2 a.m. trying to get a foot long? I got questions or whatever. Look, stuff like that, now ain't the time. Now is not the time for that. It's not the time to do the whole straight versus gay thing. And it's not the whole time to make fun of gay people. No, right now, it's time for some unity. It's not time to ask why people lying because I guess somebody just wanted to beat themselves up before police. It's not the time. This is the time to unify. Find these people that did it, prosecute them, put them up under the jail.
Yeah, give them all that energy. Ask them all these questions you got.
Thank you.
Put the questions against them.
Thank you.
Be like, why ain't you found somebody yet?
Yeah.
And unless you're gonna produce something that says otherwise.
Because Vibe Magazine could have easily wrote Chicago PD. Where y'all at?
Right.
FBI. Where y'all at?
Right.
Where's the CCTV? Or if there ain't no CCTV, are y'all canvassing the neighborhood? Are y'all asking questions? Are y'all looking for ATM cameras in the area that might have seen?
If you're doing an investigation, all will be revealed.
Thank you.
So I'm not even worried about it. I'm not worried which way it falls.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. But on that note, unity, and we're gonna be out.
And we out. So we love all y'all.
Yeah.
So to Max Evans, to Alan Lewis, to Zatanna, to Chris Smith, Goldman Vision, Doriel, Little Miss Chocolate, Sean Kelly, Alcatron doing his thing, Brittany C. All y'all, thank y'all for riding through. Thank y'all for rolling with us. Hollering at us about this news. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up. Now, if you hit that thumbs down, I'm gonna send that wall after you. Right? You're gonna open your door, you're gonna see nothing but bricks. You're gonna open your door with bricks. Bricks coming your way. All right. So hit that thumbs up. Make sure you share this out to your folks. Make sure you subscribe. Because we will be here. Will we be here? Yeah, we'll be here next week. So we will be here next week. We'll be up in your head. Now, to my left, the esteemed, the amazing, the ultra fantastic, talented.
Thank you. The
Marqueeda LaStar.
Stephanie. Thank you. He's so silly. That's our problem. We give in to each other too much, like to support each other crazy. But yeah, y'all can catch me at LaStar Got Next anywhere on the interwebs. And yeah, that's our show for today, people. That's what it's all about. So that NERDSoul.com, THATNERDSOUL. You can holler at me about Wu-Tang. You can holler about me about Bobby Brown. We can talk about G.I. Joe. Or we can talk about, of course, your boy Jussie Smollett, but just don't come with that dumb stuff because I am not having that. I shut it down. Shut it down. There's nothing wrong with the discussion, but just let's bring some logic to it. Yeah, let's bring some logic, facts.
So
logic and reasoning. All right, y'all. Peace, man.
Peace.